Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Therapy Tube Radio, where we talk about everything from current events to things happening around in your neighborhood. I'm your host, Bob, and I'm coming from you from our studio headquarters in Chicago. And as always, I hope you are having a wonderful day. If you do enjoy this podcast, please drop a like, and if you would like to hear more, subscribe and keep up to date with Therapy Tube Radio. Today is a little post-Christmas fun. We did do our Christmas fun week, the week leading up to Christmas, and now that it's after Christmas and that everything has been said and done for Christmas, we are going to do the top sold and most popular toys of 2017 for Christmas. I have composed a list, and this is my opinions, and if you agree or disagree or have anything to add, please join the conversation down below and comment. And just a disclaimer before we begin this video, I'm not sponsored by any of these companies nor any of these products. So this is just my information, my opinions, and this is what I solely think. So I'm not paid to say anything good about any of these products, but some of these products are quite good, and I do like them. So I just want to put that disclaimer out there before people think that I may be sponsored, but I'm really not. Okay, so the one of the most top-selling products, my first one on my list. Now this toy is targeted from ages probably around 3 to 8, I would have to guess, and they're Hatchimals. Hatchimals were a huge thing this year. If you don't know what they are, here I'll explain it to you. Basically, what a Hatchimal is, you can buy it. It's a pretty big size thing. It's about the size of a stuffed animal. It starts in an egg form. But you want your Hatchimal to hatch because there's an animal inside. So what you have to do to get it to hatch, you need to love it and care for it and make it happy, and then it will hatch, and you'll get a little interactive animal toy that will talk to you. Like I said, it's interactive. It'll talk to you. It'll love you. You can feed it, pet it, do all this stuff. And this was a big thing this year, just because it was like a real life thing instead of having a toy that's rather than having a stuffed animal that's not real and it can't talk to you. But I know for a fact this was a big product this year. I know among kids that I've talked to on Christmas Eve that a lot of them were asking for a Hatchimal at some point or another. Hatchimals come in all different sizes. Like I said, they do come in pretty big sizes. It's the size of a pretty big size stuffed animal, probably the size of a I don't know, a size of probably the size of a DVD case, let's say that. But they also do come in little forms, like the size of a little bigger than a Lego, and there's the same thing. They'll come in an egg and they'll hatch, which is pretty cool. I thought that it was a pretty cool thing. I've never had it myself. I've never experienced it myself. My kids have never experienced it before, but I thought it was a pretty cool idea. Whoever made it, I have no clue, but like I said, I'm not sponsored by any of these products, but I thought that was pretty cool. The next thing on my list is something that has to do with kind of in that same field. It's interactive toys. It's called Fingerlings. My grandma first introduced these to me before they were even trendy and popular. Fingerlings are basically little action figures that hang and interact with you. They hang on your little fingers. They're basically like kind of monkeys. I'm pretty sure they're all monkeys. And they're interactive. They hang on your fingers. They love you. You can love it back. It will talk to you. Blah 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 blah. Same type of deal. It's just smaller, cheaper, and it's the same type of thing. I mean, I think the interactive toys were really big this year for those little kids ages 3 to 8. Rather than having like a regular action figure, I thought those were pretty good. Pretty big and pretty popular this year. The next thing that I have on my list, I think it's a pretty obvious one. I know lots of people who've got at least one of these. I mean, maybe not. Some people haven't, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people have got these. An Amazon Echo and a hoverboard, or not. What am I talking about? Amazon Echo and a Google Home, not a hoverboard. Hoverboard's something else on my list, but Amazon Echo and Google Home. These were like the things, speakers that you can talk to and say, hey Alexa, what's the weather gonna be? The weather is gonna be like blah 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 blah. And I know those were big. The two companies, Amazon and Google, both had their version of it. I'm not sure like the performance of one over the other. But I know these sold a ton this year. I think it was just a big thing because the technology that's being used in it nowadays, like they started off in their little prototype form, that wasn't that big, but these two companies timed it perfectly, so the right technology is in it during the holiday season. They have technology where you can wire it throughout your home. You can ask it to turn off the lights, you turn off the hose and stuff. Pretty intricate stuff. I know a lot of these things are now going to be found in homes, but I also do know that this technology will grow and expand more. But like I said, you can wire it throughout your house, basically with your lights, and not just catered to your phone. So, which I thought was pretty cool. But I know for a fact, if you do want to hook it up to your lights, you're gonna need like a Nest, or you want to hook it up to your AC or your heater. You're gonna have to have like a Nest, and not. I mean, it doesn't have to be Nest, but it's gonna have to be something like a Nest. That there's a company, and they're very like yeah, they can do your technology throughout your house, and it's very technological basically. In my house we just have light switches, but for Nest it's like really crazy. It's like a security or a heating system. It's pretty cool, but I think you're going to need one of those in the app for that to wire it to your Google Home or your Alexa. I'm not sure you can just do it like in my house where we just have like switches, or in the office here, the studio. If you just have like a regular light switches and a regular heater type of deal, I think you're going to need an app like that, one of those heater apps or one of those types of things. The next thing on my list, it was a big thing last year. It's still a big thing this year. I know with cousins getting in and stuff like that, and I've just heard it online and blah 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 blah. Hoverboards, like I said before, when I made a mistake there. But hoverboards, and I know hoverboards are still a big thing. I don't know. To this day, I still don't know why they call them hoverboards, because they don't really hover. I mean, it's a self-balancing Segway, which is cool. And I'm not saying these aren't cool, but definitely I don't know where the name came from. But I think these are very, very, very cool. Still a top seller. If you don't remember what these were, they were basically things. They caught fire. They're little like things. They have two wheels. You can lean forward and it goes forward. You lean back, it goes back. You stand on it. These things actually caught fire right after the holiday season last year, about in February, I think, in the early 2017. And they got a lot of publicity for that, which you may know them for that if you didn't know them what they were before. But that was a big thing last year. It's kind of on the down slope this year, but it's still a thing. I just put it on my list as, it's still big. I think people are still getting gifted it. I don't know. Maybe I'm behind the times. Maybe I don't know. The last thing on my list is the Nintendo Switch. It's Nintendo's new gaming system. It follows the previous version of the Wii U, just way more intricate. You can travel with it. There's not one big box for it like the Wii U had. It sold a lot this year too. It sold 10 million. This year. It came out earlier this year, I think around in March, like early 2017 again, right after the holiday season of previously. But they sold over 10 million this year. And it's a cool invention. I mean, they did a good job on it, how they made it portable, and I think it's really cool. I had a couple family members in my family, cousins and stuff. They got gifted that. It's cool. I mean, I haven't really seen it that much in action other than like online and not in real life. But I know it does in my household. My cousin does have one, and they come apart basically. You can do all different configurations for the controllers. It's very cool. Excuse me. Sorry. I thought it was very cool. It's one of their like coolest things, I think. And that's the last thing on my list, guys. If you have anything to add, or would you disagree or agree with something, please do comment down below. And if you enjoy this podcast, please drop a like. And if you'd like to hear more of this, please subscribe and stay up to date with TherapyTube. Like I said, this is a disclaimer. I'm not sponsored by any of these products or companies, so these are just solely my own opinions. I just wanted to put that out there for everyone. And have a good day, everyone. This is Bob from TherapyTube Radio in our studio headquarters in Chicago. Have a good day.